Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Dr. Ziana. In this video, I'm going to explain to you of what is this course all about. ISP583 IT investment. So from the survey feedback, some of you still cannot see the direction of this course. So I think it would be good if I explain the direction of this course first, so that you know the reason why you learn this course. Okay, basically if you look at the title of this course, is IT investment. And the textbook that you are using, the title is IT Strategy for Non-IT Managers. Meaning that this course is purposely for non-IT managers to be. Okay? So, who are the non-IT managers? They are functional managers such as marketing, sales, finance, operation, or accounting manager, which they have no IT background. Okay? I believe that your ITM course content committee has done their due diligence on the content of this book, and they have decided that the book is suited for this course, which is very much related to IT investment. If you refer to this textbook, it mentioned that the main purpose of this book is to help non-IT managers become engaged contributors in formulating their firm corporate IT strategy. Meaning that this course basically is to teach you about how non-IT managers involve in IT decisions and formulating IT strategy for their companies, how non-IT managers transform the business operational requirements into IT requirements, how non-IT manager plan to implement the IT strategies or IT projects, how non-IT manager plan to implement the IT strategy or IT projects, how non-IT manager use financial model to measure the feasibility of IT project, how non-IT manager involved in managing IT asset. So, in summary, the book tells us about the roles and responsibility of non-IT managers involved in any investment related to IT project. Okay. IT investment in this context is basically referring to IT expenditure by a company or firm to support its business operation in order to achieve its company vision and missions. So, for example, you all are non-IT managers. When your top management wanted you to enhance the capacity of the company, such as to increase productivity or enhance business operations using IT, for example, then you are the non-IT manager have to know to come out with the IT, how to come out with the IT plan before the management makes decision to invest in the purchase of IT goods or items. Okay, so when we talk about IT strategy, it is about how we plan to utilize IT technology to support the company's business strategy. So, what is business company strategy? I believe you all have learned about it. Okay, it's about a company's vision, mission, and goals. So, the IT strategy is used to achieve the company's business strategy. Non-IT managers should understand clearly the IT requirement to make sure IT plan that you produce will succeed. Since you are not from IT background, so this is why you should learn all the things that relate to the IT strategy, which is covered in this course. So I hope you understand and now the direction of this course. This is important because in reality out there are so many conflicts between non-IT managers and IT department. Okay, with this knowledge, when you get a job later, I hope you can contribute something better in improvement the performance of the company that you work for, especially involving IT investments or anything that relate to delivering of IT project. Okay, next I would like to highlight about the textbook and slide used in this course, because from the survey feedback there are some someone suggest me to improve the slide writing. Okay, basically I admit that this course used so many jargon which is hard for some of you to understand, but I cannot simply change the term used in the slides, because the content and format of the slide is set and fixed by UTM, not me. It is an offense if I change the syllabus. So I hope this explanation answer your feedback. Okay. For your information, all the text in this slide are taken from MIT Press, and this syllabus has been approved by UITM. So in order to upgrade, actually it is in order to upgrade the syllabus standard so that it is on par with other international universities such as Harvard Business School, etc. So the only thing I can help you is to give additional notes in the slides, which is I already done. And now I'm trying again to give more understanding by making a video recordings. I'll do one by one. I hope I will come up with the video for each chapter, inshallah. So, but for this time, I just select certain important topics only. Okay. Okay. Now we move on the roadmap of this course, which consists of 4 parts. I will describe these 4 parts on what and why you need to know. I will use a simple term to explain. Okay. So it's easy for you to understand. Inshallah. So part 1. Strategy. What do you understand about strategy? Why do you need to know about strategy? Okay. Strategy in general is about planning. For example, strategy in business, it's a process of defining a mission and vision of the company. So why do you need to know about the strategy? Okay. In this course, basically the strategy here is focusing on IT strategic planning to support business operation in order to achieve company vision and mission. Okay, mission. And this is the reason why it is so important for a student like you, which is from mathematical management, to know and understand about the IT strategic planning in order for you to be ready in your working life. Okay. Okay. Now part 2. It's architecture. Basically, what is architecture? Why do you need to know architecture? Okay, for you to easily understand, architecture means design. So when we talk about IT architecture, it is something that relates to IT design. So why you need to know about IT architecture? Okay, in this part, you will learn about how non-IT managers involved in IT decisions to ensure that corporate IT apps, infrastructure, and data architecture become catalysts for the company's competitiveness. Okay, next is, Next is payoff. What is this chapter all about? Okay, what do you need to learn on this topic? Say IT payoff in simple term is about return on IT investment. Okay, why you need to learn this topic? Because in this chapter, you will learn how non-IT manager can help ensure a healthy return on IT investments. So you will learn about IT payoff log, cost benefit analysis, and a few financial models that will support the healthy return on investment. So part 4. Part 4 is a governance. What is governance? It is about a structure and process that enable an organization to make IT decisions. Okay, why you need to learn? Why you need to learn this part? Okay, in this part, you will learn how non-IT managers together with IT teams in making IT decisions to ensure that the IT assets are well kept and used effectively to achieve the business goals. Okay, these are our roadmap for this ISP583 subject. Course. Okay, as I explained earlier in the roadmap for this course, organized into 4 parts. Okay, here you can see the details, which the parts are divided into chapters. Okay. In the strategy part, usually marketing and high level management will get involved. As you have learned and do reflection before, the strategy part contains 2 chapters. Okay, syncing IT with strategy and information. Okay, syncing IT strategy is focusing on how we synchronize IT strategy with operational strategy in order to achieve company's strategy aspiration. Okay, what is company strategy aspiration? Company strategy aspiration is the company vision, mission, and business goal. Okay, so IT element should be blended together with operational element to achieve the business goal. So in chapter 2, information is discussed about how IT strategic tools is used to convert a raw data into information that will give competitive edge to the company. Okay. So now part 2 is architecture. This part only consists of 1 chapter, which is IT architecture, which is under chapter 3. Yeah? Normally, operational management team will get involved in this part. So, as I mentioned in the previous slide, IT architecture is about IT assets architecture, IT infra, IT apps, IT data, and how non-IT managers together with IT manager make decisions for company's competitiveness. Okay, so part 3, payoff. It comprises of chapter 4, IT payoffs measurement and justification model. Okay. In dollar and cents, you have learned how we measure the IT value using IT metrics, right? So we have also the operational metrics and financial metrics. So in the justification model, you have learned about few justification models, and the 2 most common used in projects are cost benefits analysis and NPV. So usually finance management team will be involved in this process. Okay, the last part is governance, which is comprised 4 chapters. Okay, 4 chapters. IT governance. Okay, in this chapter, you will learn about authority and accountability for IT decisions, managing project. You will learn about IT project management issues, why IT project always fail, and how to have a good project management. So in chapter 8, which is IT sourcing, You will learn about IT decision on whether IT assets to be developed and maintained in the company or outside. It is a matter of how and where to outsource the IT. Okay. So in chapter 9, security and business continuity, you will learn about IT security and how to protect IT assets against malice and disaster. And also you will learn about how to resume the business operation if these things happen. Okay. I think that's all for the reflection of overall topics in this course. So I will come up with the next video, which is cover a few topics for each part, and not each part. I will start with chapter 5 first, which is under part 4. Since I'm going to give you a tutorial. So that's all, inshallah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.